Assignment A1B in AutoCAD 2000 Civil 3D 2012. First thing that we have to do is start a new drawing. To do that, we go up to the Civil 3D icon at the top left of your screen, click on that, and go down to New. Clicking on this will open up this dialog box, and we simply go down to acadiso.dwt, select that, and then click Open. After this drawing opens up, what we have to do is change the settings. To do that, we go up to the top left of your screen, click on the Civil 3D icon, go down to Drawing Utilities, and then go up to Drawing Settings, and then click. When this dialog box opens up, we make sure that the Units and Zone tab is selected. Then we go to the Scale, and we switch it to 1 to 100. We then go to the Ambient Settings, take a look at the dimensions, and we switch the millimeter units to meters. Click on Apply and then OK. After that, we have to import our point file. To do that, we go up to the Import Survey Data, click on this, we'll open up this dialog box. We have to specify a database. Since none is specified, we will create a new one and simply call this one A1B. Click on OK. And then it is a good idea to check the database settings just to ensure that you have the right units, in this case meters. After you've checked that, click on OK, and then click Next. After clicking Next, we have to select our data source type, and we have a few different choices: a fieldbook file, land XML file, a point file, or points from drawing. In this case here, we're going to be using a point file that we've defined. So after selecting that, we have to add one to our drawing. To do that, we click on this plus sign, which opens up this dialog box, and then we simply click on the A1b-topo.csv file that is provided on eLearn. After clicking on this, we click on Open, and then we have to specify the point file format that it's in. As indicated in class, it is a PNEZD format. That's comma delimited. So we click on this, and then we click on Next. We have to specify a network, and since none is created, none is readily available, we'll create a new network and simply call this one A1B-net. Clicking on OK, then click on Next. In this box here, we take a look and we verify that everything is set accordingly. You will have different, for your figure prefix database, and your current linework code set will be slightly different on your computers than on this one here. But it shouldn't make a difference in the importing of the points. Next, we click on Finish. After we click on Finish, the points get imported as you see. I'll just zoom in a little bit. And we can see that all the points are there, but they're a bit cluttered. So now we have to adjust the styles in order to make it legible. To do that, we go to the tool space over here and click on the Prospector tab. We go to the point groups. We expand the point groups, and we can see that our A1B topo file, or point group, is already defined. Clicking on this and then right-clicking will allow us to go into the properties. After we go into the properties, we take a look at the point style, which is standard. That's fine. What we want to do is edit the current selection. By editing the current selection, we can see that we'll keep it as the X over here, and what we want to do is adjust this right here, number of millimeters, to 0.5. After we have adjusted that, we'll also change the marker rotation to 45 degrees. And we'll click on Apply and click on OK. The next step is to go to the point label style, which is standard, and what we want to do is edit the current selection as well. In this right here, in the Layout tab, what you will see is a preview of what the point style will look like. Here you have over here you have the point number, then the elevation, then the point description. According to the instructions, we have to hide or turn off the point number, and the point description. To do that, we take a look at the component name under the Layout tab. So go to component name. If we click on this pull-down menu, we can see the three different items available: point number, point elevation, point description. Highlighting point number, we will go down to the visibility and switch this from true to false. We'll go down to the point description and do the same thing, true to false, and then we can see from the preview that the point number and the point description have been hidden. Now we go up to the point elevation. For this, we have to adjust the text height so it's not too cluttered, and we'll change the text height to 0.5. We'll change the rotation angle to 45 degrees. And we'll change the X offset to negative 0.5. We simply click on Apply and OK. And then within this dialog box, we'll click on Apply as well and OK. You can see that everything has changed and the elevations are definitely more legible at this stage. The next step is to create a surface. To do that, we go to the Prospector tab again, we go down to Surfaces, and we left click and then right click on it to create a new surface. After clicking on this, in this dialog box here, we will change the surface name to Existing Ground. And after we change that name, we can simply click on OK. After that, we can expand the surfaces, expand the existing ground. Left click and then right click will allow you to, this menu will pop up and then you can edit the surface style. Clicking on the surface style, what we'll see is first of all, the information over here is the name of the surface style, and then created by and who was last modified by as well. What we want to do is go to the Contours tab and adjust the contour intervals as per the instructions on eLearn. We'll switch the minor interval to 0.2. The major interval should automatically switch to 1. If not, you'll have to enter it. And then we have to go to the Display tab and then take a look at the border, turn the visibility off, and for the major and minor contours, turn the visibility on. We'll click on Apply and click on OK. When we click on OK, we can see that nothing apparently has happened, and the reason for that is that the points haven't been defined yet. So what we have to do is go to under the existing ground surface, go to the definition. We have to tell Civil 3D what points to use to define this surface. To do that, we go to the definition, we expand it, we go down to point groups, we right click, we add, and what we want to do is add the A1b-topo point group to this surface. Clicking on that and then click on OK. You'll see that the contours pop up automatically, and this concludes the demonstration for assignment A1B.